Hi guys, I wanted to talk to you guys about what's been going on with me at home. I'm the owner of the Animal Lover channel. We have a puppy and kitty here, and I like to make videos for you guys. And uh, I have been going to a psychiatrist since 2022, but not because I wanted to go to psychiatry. It's because a case manager in Bakersfield, California wouldn't leave me alone. And she wanted me to go to psychiatry, and I went because she wouldn't leave me alone to psychiatry, and I've been going for 3 years. And they gave me medicine from a psychiatrist, like olanzapine, the past, Cyprexa, Respiridone, and they have also given me even an injection in my arm that they're not supposed to have given me, like in Vegas, it's an injection. But with the medicine I've been drinking currently is Respiridone, but not because I want to drink it. It's because my parents forced me to drink the Respiridone at home. Both parents that I have forced me to drink the Respiridone at home. And the Respiridone, what it does to my mouth is that it dries my mouth up, and it also makes me have bad bacteria in my mouth. The Respiridone medication from the psychiatrist that I didn't even want to see to begin with. It dries up my mouth, the Respiridone, and it also makes my mouth dry all the time, and it makes me have bad bacteria in my mouth all the time. And I tried getting rid of that medication from the psychiatrist, but she just hung up on me on January 20th, the psychiatrist, and didn't answer me like she was supposed to. And both parents that I have, they think that they can force me to drink the medicine even if it's making me get sick from my mouth. Both parents that I have in the house where I live at, in Bakersfield, California. And another thing is that my dad told me that he only forces me to drink the medicine from the psychiatrist because I still live with him. And since I still live with my mom and dad, they both forced me to drink the medicine from the psychiatrist. And even though I told them why I didn't want to drink the Respiridone, which was because it dried up my mouth and it made me get bad bacteria in my mouth all the time, the Respiridone, they didn't stop giving it to me by force, both parents that I have. And another person that wanted me to drink the medicine was my old case manager, Norma Rodriguez. And she's the main reason that I was given medicine from a psychiatrist to begin with. And I've been trying to get rid of the psychiatry for a while now, and I have to go for 6 more months to psychiatry. And I'm trying to talk to the psychiatrist about not giving me that medicine ever again, the Respiridone medicine, because I know it can dry up my mouth all the time and make me have bad bacteria in my mouth all the time. The Respiridone medication. And it can another reason is that I can't live with my mom and dad anymore, because I'm reaching 25 already, and I wasn't able to go to college because of the psychiatrist and the case manager that wouldn't leave me alone. And if my parents kept forcing me to drink the medicine, even if it made me get sick from my mouth, the Respiridone one, or even the other 3 medicines that they gave me in the past, I was never able to get a job here in Bakersfield, California, because everyone would always tell me that I would have to leave the medicine from the psychiatrist to even be able to work here in Bakersfield, because they want me to be my complete self, not a robot from the psychiatrist. And I don't have no money to leave my parents, because if I left my parents, I wouldn't go to psychiatry anymore. And I would leave that medicine behind, the one that was giving me bad bacteria, like the Respiridone in my mouth, and and drying up my mouth, the Respiridone. I would have left it already if I had money and if I was able to leave my parents. And another thing is that I had someone that I used to date, but that person left me at my parents' house, and they even changed the number, and I never heard back from them. And I couldn't get help by that person because they changed the number and they cut me out of their life, and they don't know what's going on with me, or what happened to me, or what's happening to my mouth because of me drinking the Respiridone by force by my parents, and by force by the case managers from Stockton, Brimhall, and Bakersfield, California, and psychiatrists too. But my parents told me they only forced me to drink the medicine from the psychiatrist because I am still living with them. My dad, that's what he told me, that he only gives me the psychiatric medicine from the psychiatrist because I still live with him. And I told him why I didn't want to drink the Respiridone medication to my dad and my mom, which was because it would dry up my mouth, the Respiridone medication, all the time, and it makes me have bad bacteria in my mouth all the time, the Respiridone medication. But they still wanted me to drink it even if it made me sick from my mouth all the time. And both parents, it's both of my parents' fault that I have no job right now. Because if I left the medication that they gave me, I would have had a job a long time ago, and I would have been able to leave my parents' house a long time ago, and I would have left them, and I would have waited 6 more months for the psychiatry to end, and not sign anymore after 6 months, and maybe my mouth will not be dry anymore or have bad bacteria anymore if I left the Respiridone medication, which I am not able to leave because both parents are very strict on me drinking the medicine that makes me get sick from my mouth at home. And another thing is that they think they still are the bosses of me even almost at 25, both parents. And another thing is that I also wanted to leave. I also wanted to leave my parents, but I can't because I have no money. I'm poor right now. And I applied as a receptionist, but the lady told me that I would have to leave the medicine to work there because she wants me to be my full self, not a robot from the psychiatrist, or a robot from my parents' house. That's why she didn't hire me as a receptionist, the lady here in Bakersfield. And I also wanted to leave my parents because both of my parents don't respect me. They only care about themselves, both of my parents. They don't respect me, both of my parents, and they only care about themselves all the time. And I want to be able to leave the psychiatry behind after 6 months once it expires, and not be prescribed any more olanzapine or Zyprexa or Respiridone or even an injection on my arm of Invega Sustenna. Because all four of those medications made me get sicker from my body instead of making me healthier from the psychiatrist. That's why I wish I was. Just why I wish I had money to leave my parents, but I don't. So that I wouldn't have to live with them anymore, and be able to leave all the medicines they gave me from the psychiatrist, and injections they would give me back then from the psychiatrist behind and not signed for psychiatry anymore and not have a case manager anymore. And another thing and another thing is that I love making puppy and kitty videos for you guys because I even like to entertain the kids sometimes with the puppy and kitty videos. And Mambo is already getting bigger and bigger, but I don't know if if one day I'll be able to leave or not my parents' house. And Ray is not my kitty. It's my little brother's cat. But even he gets to be put on this channel. And another animal that we have is Memo, but that's my dog and my little sister's dog because he was rescued because he had a cold when he was rescued from a ranch, and he used to have paint all over his body and all over his paws. And we bathed it and fed it and took it in, and now Memo has no more paint at all on his body. As he got older, it fell off all the paint, and he gets to live with me and my parents all the time now, and my little sister, my little brother, and my older sister. And another thing is that Memo, Memo's one of those animals that cares about me the most. And Ray cares about me, but he's not really my cat at all. He's my my little brother's cat. I used to have two cats named Cookie, no name Oreo, and named Flaco, but they never came back here. And we only kept Ray because my dad let my little brother keep Ray, and that puppy got to stay here because of me and my little sister. And I might make new videos of the puppy and kitty for you guys. I made a GoFundMe of only $15,000 to try to see if they approved it, but they haven't approved it yet. If they even approve it. But I know it may not be a lot of money to leave my parents, but even that a little bit of money can help me leave my parents. So that I don't have to go to a psychiatrist anymore. Or drink Respiridone medication that I don't want to drink by force from my parents. Or a psychiatrist or even a case manager. And or get olanzapine from a psychiatrist, or say Praxel or Respiridone, no, or an vagus injection. But if the GoFundMe gets approved, I might post it on this channel if I'm able to, if it even gets approved. If it doesn't get approved, I'll try making it again, the GoFundMe, to see if it gets approved, to try to leave my parents and move out of my parents' house and apply for a job without drinking the medicine for a long time from the psychiatrist, or injecting my arm with an injection from a psychiatrist for a long time to see if I can get a job, and to see if I could leave the psychiatry behind and leave my parents behind. I care about all my fans on my channel, and thank you guys for caring about Memo's mouth when he was growing up, because we did change the food for him. When my little sister was the one that bought the food that was too big for him, my neighbor was the one that bought him a puppy bag, and my mom bought him a puppy bag of food when he was still growing, and we never gave him the wrong food ever again. And he's doing really well, the puppy and Memo. No, the puppy, Memo and Ray's doing really well with both of their health right now, and they're really well taken care of here.